Amen to you all. It's the start of the new week. It's the start of the first church service of the week. I guess you could call Coffee and Memes a church. Threshold is, after all, the church of the shoe thrower. And I'm here to help you sling footwear, to help you, throw a trainer, trebuchet a trainer, yeet a Yeezy, hurl a high heel, or sling a sandal. I'm here. I'm at your service. I'm your Batman. I'm your manservant. I will dress you in the morning. I will tell you that you look nice when you're hungover. I will kiss your lady lumps. I will, I will massage the ointment into the offending areas. I will pick out all the gubbins from your crevices. And I'll just make sure you're looking good and right and ready for the world. Ready to take on the new year. It is, after all, 2019, the Chinese year of the lobster. And we out here, man. We out here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Coffee and Memes.
Steady job and a couple extra potatoes. That's all I want.
You're getting on. You're pushing 30, Slugger. It's time to think about getting some ambition.
I always figured I'd live a little bit longer without it.
Don't forget, kid, that what you're trying to do here is to be bright and chipper and entertaining and intelligent and sort of glitzy, and that's funny, and it's kind of cool, and it's interesting, and it's edgy, and all of that. It puts that facade of momentary charisma on you, and if you don't play that out, you actually fail.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's 7 minutes past 10. It is the 7th of January. If that means anything to anyone anywhere, that's fine. Poor soul plate in the chat. Hopefully going back to work next week after 10 weeks off with a slip disc. Fuck that shit for a game of soldiers. Count me out. Got a decent magazine full of ammunition here. Got some new bits off this new Critical compilation album, New Energy Volume 1. Matthieu's remix of Kadzierski and Enei bit called Projections. Sam Binger and someone else. What else have we got? The Eagle Claw by Dorian on Viper. That's a nice bit. Just had that She's Mine by Johnny L. One More Time by Zero T. New DRS bit, new dub physics. Okay, fine, sure. Hang around for that, no worries. And got a lot of action here in the what do they call it? The sort of the gubbins, the sustenance of the show. The dumb fucking news. I don't mean to be indelicate, but yeah. All manner of nonsense. Protest about vegan sausage rolls turns out to not be protest about vegan sausage rolls. That's hot news. Stalker arrested for harassment after she sent man 159,000 texts. Wow, man arrested for everything. Man on all drugs. Bizarre prophecy claims apocalypse is coming in 2019's December. Well, I certainly look forward to that. I, for one, embrace the apocalypse. Bring it on. Fucking see it's... Yeah. I'll take your end of the world prophecies. I'll take your apocalypse. I'll take your post-apocalyptic Brexit wasteland, and I'll go toe to toe. I'm not bothered. I've not got much on. Right, look, come on. What have we got? Okay, here we go.
Lobsters.
Mum claims she was black murderer from New Orleans in previous life. Ooh, spicy. An Irish mother believes her persistent bad luck is punishment for killing someone in a past life. Yeah. Well, as long as you're not blaming it on your own stupid fault. Sharon Parrott thinks she used to be a black man from New Orleans who committed a murder. Righto. People will come up with some of the most wonderful excuses to not take responsibility for their own actions. Her husband, Tim, has now sketched the man in the hope of discovering who Sharon might once have been. Now, don't hold out too much hope for the accuracy of Tim's sketch, as it is rather crude. We'll get it up. Here, oh, wow. Okay. Where is he? Okay, here is the gentleman in question. It shouldn't be too hard to find him. As you can see, all of the distinguishing features of, he's got a jacket on, shirt and tie, well-dressed gentleman, short hair, sort of, I guess, roundish face, one hand in his pocket, and the other out. Yep, that should be no problem to find. We'll just go through the New Orleans history books. I'm sure he'll pop right up. The mum of 247 said, I do believe in reincarnation, and I do feel that I've been here on Earth a few times. I believe the man in my dreams had done bad things. I don't know why, but I believe he had killed someone, committed a murder. I think he's something to do with being a detective. Oh, that's why he's wearing a sort of detective jacket. Okay, that makes sense. I think he's something to do with being a detective, but I don't know if he's a good person. I feel like I'm being punished in my life. A lot has happened in my lifetime. I've had bad relationships. Bad things happen to me. Bad things happen to everyone. Sharon from Cork has had a recurring dream of the mystery man for at least 40 years. That's rough. The special needs assistant even blames her bad luck in relationships on whatever she's got up to as the mysterious man in the 1920s, who she envisions wearing a trench coat. Well, you can't trust anyone in the 20s wearing a trench coat. They're obviously up to no good. They're probably sat on a bench, spying with a newspaper with eye holes cut in it. The newspaper's upside down, obviously, for comedic effect. She continued, I'm allergic to a ridiculous amount of things, and I'm in and out of hospital all year round. I'm allergic to grass, tree pollen, cats, dogs, horses, gala melon, mould, hazelnuts, possibly latex. Possibly. I've broken bones. I've broken both my legs, my back, around 4 bones. I've even had 4 car crashes in 5 years. Now, that might not necessarily be due to bad luck, but you're terrible driving. Hey, look, I'm not laughing at her injuries. I'm just laughing at the fact that she's trying to blame it on. It's because I did a murder in a past life. That's why all this bad shit's happening to me. Oh, superb. I think I might start blaming some stuff on this. What, you've run out of money again? Yeah, well, that's because I was a loan shark in a past life, wasn't I? And so I'm getting punished for it now. Oh yeah, that is rough. Not much you can do about that. I said, no, nothing. Glad I borrow some cash. Yeah, it's been a weird morning. Anyway, I'm known for not having much luck, although people would say that say the kind of job I'm in, you should have good karma, but I don't. Okay, so you're trying to sort of even it out by, doing care work. It's not working. I struggle to think, but then you're saying that karma is not a thing. So surely being punished for something in a past life, that's karma, isn't it? Hey, look, you can't have it both ways. I struggle to think that you could have been me in a past life, but I certainly haven't brought any of those traits into this life. Okay, you've not done any murdering. I'm completely different from that person now. But I do think my bad luck is due to that. Oh, bless you. Okay. Sharon started having the dream in childhood, despite her having no connection to New Orleans. At least in this lifetime. She added, each time I have the dream, I wake up sweating and panting. It's a strange feeling, very weird. I go into this empty pub. It's derelict. And as I get to the top of a flight of stairs, I see my reflection. That's how I know I am a black man. I think the fact that I can see myself in the mirror and I'm a completely different person, that's the scariest part. I've had dreams where that's happened. There's a woman at the top of the stairs also, and she's upset and scared of me. It always scares me too. She has 2 children with her, and she is cowering in the corner. This woman and her children are scared of me. I don't understand why. I'm wearing a long coat, and I get the feeling I'm not the nicest person. I got my husband to draw the place I imagined in my mind, and the man. That drawing is so bad. You should get an actual police photo fit, police sketch artist to have a go at it. I've been having the dream for as long as I remember, but I've never been able to work out his name or in any more detail. I've got a theory for you. I think you're racist, and I think you're trying to blame all your mishaps on black people, and I think it's appalling. I think you should be shut down. Sling her up, lock her up, 25 to life. Ciarán has turned to Buddhism in a bid to understand reincarnation. Yeah, fuck it, why not? She said she's often has feelings of deja vu or recognising people she has never met and believes that she may have once lived in India. Gosh, she's been through the works in the old past lives, hasn't she? She continued, I've often met people that I think I've known, but it was impossible. Hey, look, I bump into a lot of people who I think I might have met. Often it turns out that I did meet them, but I was on drugs at the time. Maybe that's it. Maybe she did a lot of pingers in a past life, and now she can't remember anybody. For example, I was in Turkey, and this man was looking at me like he'd seen me before too. There was no way we would have ever crossed paths. We couldn't have known each other, right? That seals it. That settles it. Past lives, they're real. There you go. Some geezer in Turkey looked at her a bit weird. She looked back. That's it. Past lives. They're real. I feel a major connection towards India also. Yet I've never been there. Yeah. Okay. Well, you sound like a middle-class millennial girl. Even my family have said that there's something Indian in you. You must be Indian in a former life. I love curries, and Indian music is great. Oh, God. She's hilarious. Do I want to party with her? Maybe we partied in a past life. Party, party, party. Well, bless her, Ciarán. God, I hope you find out who this gentleman is. Be weird, though, if she'd managed to find out and he was a murderer. Well, then what would you do? Well, that'd probably be an explanation, wouldn't it? Right, come on. Let's get on with some of these good old-fashioned shoe throwers. What do we have? Oh, new dub physics. Come on, might as well start there, eh? This all said, I do find it awkward when you're on the tube and you accidentally make eye contact with someone and you realise that you used to be lovers in a past life. That is awkward when that happens. Manchester in the chat. Did you lump the sofa up to the new gaff Rankin? Yes, I did. It's in the room next door. There's no room for it in here. I am going to change the camera angle setup type duty whatnot here. I've caved to the pressure of social justice and we'll change it, but it's going to be later on in the week. There's ever so much to do and it's only me. God, Joe in the chat doesn't like coffee. He's a vegan. The fact that we're still friends is anyone's guess.
Communist detected.
That's Hot Foot by Dub Physics. That's a hot joint. It's a hot foot, it's a hot joint, it's a hot egg. It's a hot toddy. It's a hot ear. Yeah. You fucking know it. Anyway, look. Look, we might as well get onto these fucking vegan sausage rolls, seeing as it's the only thing that anyone's talking about ever at the moment. Brexit rally outside Greggs mistaken for anti-vegan sausage roll protest. That's got it all in the title, really, hasn't it? Bit of Brexit, Greggs, sausage rolls, anti-vegan. Come on, it's 13,500 shares. Joe Roberts of the Metro reports. A pro-Brexit rally has got a lot of people very angry for all the wrong reasons. That's because the yellow vest demonstrators in Manchester were contained by police outside a branch of Greggs. Sort of the natural home of the yellow vest demonstrators, really. If you haven't heard already, the Geordie bakers have been in the news all week for a certain vegan sausage roll. So the very sight of middle-aged men gathering outside Greggs made some jump to the wrong conclusions. Yes, they thought it was an anti-vegan sausage roll protest. This is the sort of the new age of outrage, whereby, and I include myself in this, although I'm definitely getting better at not being part of this. It's the not being one of the people that is triggered by things. But being someone who is triggered by people being triggered by things. It's like, oh, people are outraged at that now, are they? Oh, that's an outrage. Oh, well, so was this outrage on top of outrage? That's the sort of thing which I definitely used to get really just easily caught up in. But now I'm trying to take a step back, trying to look at things a little bit more objectively, a bit more nuanced. Like, okay, well, they're going to ban Baby It's Cold Outside. And they're probably not. Don't worry, it's just a couple of people. Let's ignore it. It'll all be all right. That vegan sausage one, just let them get on. It's okay. No, don't worry. Look, it's their individual rights and liberties. They're just catering for the market. There are more vegans out. They're going to make a vegan sausage roll. It's absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway, get back to this. Yes, they thought it was an anti-vegan sausage roll protest. So someone called Paul tweets it. I mean, he may have been tweeting that as a joke. That's the sort of thing I would tweet as a joke. It's a picture of the people protesting outside Greggs. They're being kettled by police. It says anti-vegan sausage roll protest in Manchester. Funny thing to tweet. I'll give him that. Anyway, it's Yellow Jackets lots. They're pro-Brexit. They're anti-EU. Staging a political protest, which is fine. That's your right as a citizen of the UK. You can, you have your right to assembly. You have your right to political protest. Fine, go for it. And I mean, at least it's a sort of like, it's actually it's a legitimate thing. If Brexit it's an important issue. It's an issue that matters. It's an issue that will affect people. So regardless of what side of the debate you're on, that would seem like at least a reasonable thing to protest. I mean, protesting vegan sausage rolls is. Doing it outside of the realms of comedy, I think, is just sort of a waste of it's bizarre. Anyway, then the sort of Twitter mob get hold of it and start losing their shit. And now it's people being outraged at outrage, but the people being outraged at incorrect outrage. Robert Llewellyn, who's got a blue tick, says, "A few years ago, I would have found this impossible to believe. Not now. Deeply sad men, angry about sausage rolls and the inherent threat to their supposed masculinity." What the fuck? I need a male feminist detected button. What? Who's talking about threats to masculinity? Like, Why are you bringing... Where's that come from? Deeply sad men, angry about sausage rolls and the inherent threat to their supposed masculinity. So, right, okay, all right, if you say so, mate. Luke Neeson, he says, all that is going on in the world today, and a group of people feel the need to protest the fact that Greggs are now offering vegan sausage rolls. I am lost for words. Anyway, turns out that they weren't protesting the vegan sausage rolls. You know, eat all the vegan sausage rolls you want, for all I care, you know. But they're certainly not going to be any healthier than the normal sausage rolls. You know, it's Greggs. Like, you could probably buy a bottle of water in Greggs. That's probably about the only healthy thing in there. Anyway, look, there's probably some more fucking vegan sausage roll news in here. I mean, half of the Metro is Piers Morgan triggered by vegan sausage roll. Piers Morgan tries vegan sausage roll. Piers Morgan sticks vegan sausage roll up his anus for his own sexual gratification live on Good Morning TV. Piers Morgan caught in hotel room smoking crack with vegan sausage roll. I don't know. Look, let's play this DRS bit. It's nice. It's called Forget All This. Piers Morgan to marry hologram of vegan sausage roll. Ooh, Wayne Rooney arrested for swearing. Nice.
I wouldn't have that shit either. Nothing lasts forever, I've been told a million times. Leeches coming out the woodwork, so I watch them get in line. Old familiar sign, watching pigeons fly. Separate second in my pride. Are you sure you're more important in the order in my mind? Your liquid's just carbonated with no cap, it goes flat. Tell the baby that you want your soul back. Maybe we should talk about it. Maybe we should forget this all and try again. Maybe we should waste away 1,000 dreams. Maybe we should forget this all. Maybe we should talk about it. Maybe we should forget this all and try again. Maybe we should waste away 1,000 dreams. Maybe we should forget this all.
This is Forget All This, DRS and Skeptical, I think. All right, well, look, we might as well get the rest of this fucking sausage roll banter out of the way. Man criticised after he throws Greg's vegan sausage roll in the bin. Man. Anyone who has been anywhere near social media in the last 24 hours will know that Greg's has launched a plant-based version of its most popular treat. The vegan sausage roll practically broke the internet and blah, 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 blah. Another person, Joe Deverix, also shared a now viral video in response to the new product, tweeting how to eat a vegan sausage roll from Greg's. In the video, Deverix walks into a Greg's store in Newcastle, buys a sausage roll before exiting the shop and throwing it immediately in a nearby bin. There is your protest. There is your comedic protest. That's how it works. That's funny. But not everyone has found the funny side of Deverix's stunt, with the thread's top comment, which has racked up a whopping 3,000 favourites, reading, "Homeless person would have been grateful for that. Shameful behaviour, really." Many others agreed with the sentiment, with someone else writing, "You've just paid £1 for something and chucked it straight in the bin. That's a proper waste. Your parents should stop giving you pocket money until you use it wisely." Another suggested, "You could have given it to someone less fortunate." Yeah, that's sort of what it said up above. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. But the 23-year-old Deverix believes the video has been taken completely out of context and urging others to lighten up. He told Lad Bible, "The video itself was for humour purposes only. I'll give you an example of what happens. 100 people retweeted the post criticising me, which means the next 900 people follow suit with the same thing. If 1,000 people were to find it funny, then the next 9,000 people would as well. It's like a domino effect. People are just jumping on a bandwagon with criticism from what they're reading from others." It's true, that is how Twitter works. I don't know if you've ever been on it. He continued, "I also guarantee 95% of those who criticise me ain't giving a dime to someone who's homeless at all, ever in their life. They're looking for someone to have a go at to make themselves feel better about themselves." Right. End of the day, the video's got nothing to do with the homeless. It's just for pure comedic value only. People need to just calm down a bit and not take offence to fucking everything they see on the internet. They need to lighten up. You don't see Steve Aoki getting backlash from throwing cake off stage into a crowd, so why should I? Yeah, I get your analogy. He does get plenty of backlash for throwing a cake off the stage, but he doesn't get the backlash for wasting food. I guess the point stands. He just gets backlash from moody techno DJs that probably just want to throw cakes, but feel that if you threw a cake at Berghain, they'd never have you back. God, you'd probably, you'd dare you stain the £200 black T-shirt of one of the Berghain levers. Oh, no. You'd probably get taken to court. Deverix also said that he's not against the idea of Greg's vegan sausage roll and insisted that he had no issue with veganism in general, saying everyone has their right to choice, right to their own choice to choose what they eat. It's fine, isn't it? It's fine, yeah. But I think that's quite a funny video. You know what? Don't at me. Right, come on. What else have we got? Stalker arrested for harassment. She sent man 159,000 texts after one date. That's a lot of texts. I know people can fire them off. It's sending a text is not like sending a text sort of, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, when, there was a character limit and each one cost you 10p. Like, Christ. I mean, that would, yeah. well, you'd have to remortgage your house if you were paying 10p a text. I think really it's this is a real testimony to unlimited data packages on phones nowadays. A woman arrested for harassment allegedly sent more than 159,000 texts, having only dated him once. He must be a hell of a guy. Jacqueline Aids from Phoenix, Arizona, met the man on a dating app. But he said he didn't want to see her again after the first date. Gutted. In the 10-month period that followed, it was initially thought that she had sent just 65,000 texts. A mere 65,000. Not many, just a few. A few follow-up messages. Did you have a nice time? Do you fancy doing it again? Send me a picture of your dick. You know, the usual stuff. 65,000 messages. However, it has since transpired that there were more than 159,000 messages sent, some of which were extremely disturbing. The man first called the police when he saw her parked outside his house in July 2017. He also reported to the police that she had returned in December 2017. The 31-year-old was arrested the following May 2018 after she was found bathing in his bath. A large butcher's knife was also found on the passenger seat of her car. Okay, things have taken a dark turn at this point. She looks like a nice lass, good-looking lass. You know, there's a picture of her in I guess it's a sort of yoga studio. You know, she doesn't. I guess you know, sometimes you can spot a psycho. They're just like, yep, that's you. You know, avoid this person. Like, you know, when you see like, oh, this guy has been arrested. They found 7 bodies under his patio, and you see the picture of him, and you're like, yeah, he obviously had 7 bodies under his patio. Why have you not arrested him before? Why? Because there not be some sort of, I think you would refer to it as a sniff test, where like if he looks like he's got 7 bodies under his patio, maybe a little polite nose about, just little. I don't know, infringes individual rights and liberties, but just a little. You haven't got any bodies under your patio, have you? Yep, 7. Yep, seven of them. Yep, right. Okay, come with us. When interrogated by police, Aid said that something came over her when she sent the more violent threats, and she never meant to hurt or scare the man. Oh no, I've missed a few bits here. Sorry. According to the Arizona Republic newspaper, when asked to explain herself by officers, she said, "I guess that I made up a whole scenario in my head where I live here, so I came here and pretended that that's what was happening." Oh dear. Police said Ace was showing signs of mental illness. Yes, understandably so. The beautician sent the man more than 500 messages on some days. Occasionally, these messages could be extremely unsettling. Why didn't he block her? She said, "I'd make sushi out of your kidneys and chopsticks out of your hand bones." Hand bones. Yikes. Oh, what I would do with your blood. I would bathe in it. Don't ever try to leave me. I'll kill you. Yeah, that's not cool. When interrogated by police, Ada said something came over her when she sent out the more violent threats, and she never meant to hurt or scare the man. She said, "It's okay if that's how he feels." She said, "Somebody else should love him. He has so much to love. He's so cute. I can't believe I scared him. I can't believe my 159,000 messages scared him." Sad times, isn't it? When you try and make a sort of over-the-top romantic display, an out-there romantic gesture, and you end up getting arrested for it. I mean, I guess that's just the climate of today. You know, a box of chocolates here, 159,000 text messages there. Guess split the difference. Sort of, I don't know, what's that? Sort of like 75, 78, 80,000 text messages and half a box of chocolates. I don't know. She is currently being held without bond, and she has pleaded not guilty to charges of stalking and criminal trespass. She is due to face trial on 5th February. Bless her, in a way. She's obviously going through a rough time, isn't it? That's not something that a sort of healthy, happy person does. So hope she gets the help she needs. Poor lass. Okay, world's honour. Let's go. Let's have another tune. Let's not get carried away. Look, there's this Sam Banger bit, which is off this new Critical compilation album called New Energy Volume 1. It's nice. It's called All in Your Head. Oh, well, suitable title. guess when you think about it, the people that are into the vegan sausage rolls, they're probably the types to want to try and defy the will of the British people. Oh, no. You can't go around defying the will of the British people. How dare you? Well, let's do an experiment. We have a vegan on hand. Joe Waits, do you want to defy the will of the British people? Let us know in the chat. Yeah, well, that's an absolute romper stomper, isn't it? If that was the will of the people, you certainly could not deny it. Anyway, woman arrested for allegedly biting jogger who pepper sprayed her dog. Wow. I'll tell you what, if someone pepper sprayed my dog, I'd bite their fucking nose off. A woman arrested for allegedly biting jogger who pepper sprayed her dog. Oh, come on, computer, what are you playing at? Stop being silly. Hey, thank you. A dog owner has been arrested on suspicion of biting a jogger who pepper sprayed her pet pooch at a San Francisco Bay Area park. All right, get a picture up. She looks like a biter. There's, God, I wouldn't fuck with her. Christ, she looks very bitey. Where is she? Go on, love. Oh, gosh, she's much too big. There we go. Come here, let me bite ya. Right, let's move it to one side. Alma Cadwallander. Yeah, Cadwallander. Okay. Alma Cadwallander, 19, was arrested on Friday, a day after the attack where she allegedly accosted the runner, Daisy Phillipson of the Lad Bible, who is believed to be an ER nurse. At around 10:25 a.m. In the Anthony Chabot Regional Park. According to the Mail Online, Cadwallader was accompanied by her two pets during the outing, possibly a Rottweiler mix and a medium to large dog. You really nailed that one, didn't you? The incident occurred when the female jogger claims that she attempted to defend herself from an attacking dog when she sprayed it with pepper spray. Spayed it. She spayed the dog. No, she sprayed it with pepper spray. It's pepper spray. Fucking hell. I need another coffee. The dog's owner, Cadwallander, yeah, then allegedly confronted the runner, tackling and punching her before sinking her teeth into her arm, leaving her with significant wounds. There is a... don't know, that'll be healed in a week. But that is definitely... it's definitely a wound. Yeah, get it out. It's quite woundy. I wouldn't fancy it. I mean, that looks like it really hurt. But, you know, it's not life-threatening. Luckily, this woman's an ER nurse, so presumably she can, I don't know, can you do CPR on yourself if it got to that point? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Come on. I know about sex robots, drum and bass, and lobsters. But outside of that, I'm just guessing it all. Right, come on, get rid of them. I don't know whether or not there's going to be that much more to this story. I just thought it's a sort of, not man bites dog, woman bites, dog bites, dog tries to bite woman, woman bites woman. Bit of fun, isn't it? She tried to defend herself. She pepper sprayed one dog, and obviously pepper spray kind of goes everywhere. I think both dogs were affected by the pepper spray. Worked, though, but you couldn't save yourself from the owner. That is often what they say. It's the owner that's the problem rather than the dog. Dogs are a product of their owners. And so if the owners are going around biting people, you've got no fucking chance for the dogs, have you? The two women went to the ground, and the victim was subsequently bit by the suspect on the forearm. Yeah, wow, okay. It's sort of, it's worth knowing that there are biters about, particularly if you like to fight on the ground, as I do. And, you know, if you get into the fights on the street, you've got to be aware of the biters. Perhaps at Jiu-Jitsu, we should start training more bite defense. Good, useful for a zombie apocalypse. You know, better to be safe than sorry. You know, better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. As Snips always says, right?
Lobsters.
Yeah. BuzzFeed News, good BuzzFeeder on the case. BuzzFeed News reported that due to the wounds the woman suffered, police called the public to help locate the suspect, posting pictures of the victim that she'd taken while walking away with the dogs. She appears to have a mullet in that picture. That is rough. Posting pictures of the victim that she'd taken while she was walking away with the dogs, as well of the bloody bite mark. I'm really struggling to read this story for some reason. Maybe I'm having a stroke. The day after, Alma was booked on suspicion of battery with serious bodily injury. I don't know if a bite mark is serious bodily injury. Well, again, I don't make the rules up, particularly not in America. False imprisonment with violence and robbery for reportedly nabbing the jogger's pepper spray. Fucking hell. Okay. What if someone is attacking you? Well, you could say that the woman was attacking you. If she's got pepper spray, she's trying to pepper spray you. You remove said pepper spray, have a little bite on her, fine. That should be your right, really, if someone's trying to pepper spray you. A little bit of biting, not the end of the world, and then run off with it. You're not going to give the pepper spray back, are you? You might, I don't know, dash it into a bush or run off with it, and then you're done for theft. Hey, this is an outrage.
Get your act together. It's appalling.
Yes. In an updated post, park officer wrote, a warrant was issued by the blah 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 blah. I've gone off this story now. Anyway, I think we've squeezed everything out of it. Stalker, identical twins. Hey, look, let's have another one. Let's have this Eagle Claw tune. It's by Dorian. It's a bit more neuro-y than what else we've had today, and then a couple more bits, and we can all go back to our wives. We can all go back to our vegan sausage rolls.
This fighting style concentrates on the bones, muscles, and the more fragile joints. Until the antagonist pauses, and that's when the Eagle Claw strikes.
This is the Eagle Claw by Dorian. I like this. This is when I'm king, which inevitably I will become at some point, and I lay out my explicit rules for what jump up should sound like. It would be roughly like this. Because it's kind of jump uppy in a way, but I don't know, a bit more. It does a little bit more. I don't know what.
Until the antagonist pauses, and that's when the Eagle Claw strikes.
Shout out to Rebecca, happy birthday. She's on the other side of the flat earth, celebrating it with a vaping communist. How about that?
Communist detected. Death is a preferable alternative to communism.
Same thing, really. Yeah, the Eagle Claw by Dorian. It's out now on Viper. It's on the 2019 Viper annual compilation album. Anyway, important news. Warning over super strong ketamine drug. Super strong ketamine drug? Right, okay. Warning over super strong ketamine drug, which makes users think they're dead. Rob Hua of the Metro reports, the nightmare angel of the expressway, and committed self-styled male feminist. The super strength drug, which users have described as making them think they're dead, is being sold as ketamine in... Oh, okay, so it's not actually ketamine. It's being sold as ketamine in Britain. Experts have warned. Well, I'll tell you what, just ketamine alone can make you think you're dead. Can make you think you've transcended all fucking reality. A friend of mine accidentally spiked himself with ketamine, and in the middle of a restaurant, sort of K-holed at the table, and he had used a straw to snort it with, and it cut the inside of his nose during it, and had quite a horrendous nosebleed on his way into the K-hole. So he was in a rough spot, and he was certain for a moment that he was going to die, and he just accepted it. He went, I've had a good run. Yeah, I guess now seems reasonable for my time. Whatever, I've lived a good life. Okay, see ya. And like 20 minutes later, I was like, what the fuck just happened? We were like, you're right there. You're not dead. Anyway, the drug 2-FDCK, or there's no way I'm going to be able to pronounce it. 2-fluorodeshchloroketamine. Fluorodeshchloroketamine is similar to ketamine, but much stronger. And the effects can last 2 to 3 times as long. Fuck that shit. On Trip Report site, Erowid, one user said, my room looked like a cartoon. I thought I was dead, and I was afraid about this, but then I understood this new way of existing wasn't terrible. Okay. The chemical was spotted by drug testing organisation The Loop. They seem like cool dudes. I really want to get them on the podcast, but for some reason they just don't reply to me. Like, fucking no one replies to me. Sad times. The chemical was spotted by the drug testing organisation The Loop in a club in Durham, which found multiple samples. The drug is a new psychoactive substance, NPS, a chemical derivative similar to those sold as legal highs, and often made abroad in illicit labs and bought online by dealers. Such substances can be much stronger and more dangerous than the drugs they were based upon, experts warn. So your suggestion is just do real ketamine. It's about 1.5 times more potent and lasts 2 to 3 times longer. So listen, be safe out there, kids. If you're going to go out there and, you know, get roused up on, get twat blasted on the rat powder, you know, get buoyed up on pingers, you know, get twat blasted, get, you know, screw faced on the nosh dust, or you know, winky eyed on the mau mau. Just be careful. Do a half first. That's my advice. Look, we're at the end of the show. To play us out, let's have this 0T bit. Shout out the VIP list. We can all go back to our wives. I love you all very much. Let's just go one more time. It's by 0T. 0T and Distant Future. It's a nice bit of gear. A bit hacked off with the sort of random little bits of freezing that the computer's doing. You might have noticed it on the video. If there's anyone listening that is involved in sort of broadcast stuff that can help me out with a slightly better broadcast setup than I have, please do get in touch. I actually don't think the issue is software based. I think it's just my computer being a spaz. It just freezes for a couple of seconds every so often. Technical difficulties, I ask you. Alright, this just leaves me a moment to shout out the VIP list. This is a fine bunch of human beings that are supporting the show and Threshold.fm as a whole, that are helping me keep doing this. helping me keep on doing this every single day and building it up to be bigger and better and badder and braver and more belligerent than ever before by supporting on Patreon. Even if you support for $10 a month or more, you get your name on this list shouted out at the end of every show. This is a list that is growing almost by the day. This list is Oliver Hooper, Nicholas Goncalves, Tom Ryan, Reece Mosson, Squidgy Beats Parsons, Pauly Hutton, Ciarán R, Michael Kedzierski, Matthew Tomkins, Dave Long, Joel Potter, Colm Murphy, Sam Howard, Tony J, Richard Patterson, Jack Murphy, Tom Camm, Stephen Harris, Matthieu Boulard, Zara Pickle, Jeroen Van Thunderbutt, Mike Pye, Anthony Walker, Lily Unsub, Richard Franks, Thomas Hall, Chode Ryder, Andrew Heichelbech, John Finison, the BDR Crew, Peter Blatchford, Austin Grief Coupar, Gennady Lightfield, Ryan Glaser, James Parry, and Dave Thompson. What a bunch of bad motherfuckers! Yeah, that's One More Time by Zero T in Distant Future. I'm unsure of what label it's on. I'll find out. Let you know, maybe. I'll come round your house, knock on the door. Be like, Rankin, what are you doing here? I found out what label that Zero T bit's on. Oh, cheers, nice one. I'll come in. No. Anyway, look, it's the end of the show. It's Monday. You know, you've all done very well. You know, you most of you are dressed. Most of you are, you know, even wearing clean clothes and clean underwear. Most of you have even washed your undercarriages, your underarms, in between your toes, you know, all the salient areas. You should have your... I do... Squiffington in the chat, I do... If you go to support the station, you can... if you go to the website, threshold.fm, and go to the support the station bit, you can donate by PayPal as well. Some people are either not on Patreon or straight up don't like it. And so you can now, although you donated me a t-shirt, which I'll be wearing tomorrow. So, don't worry. It's okay. It's fine. Anyway, thank you all for listening. I'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Hopefully tomorrow afternoon. Ben Verse will be on for a podcast. That'll be good. Also, don't forget there are tickets still for the 15th for the Untangling Mental Health in Music live podcast that I'm going to be doing at the Hoxton Square Bar and Grill. That will be me, Scientific, Tim Exile, and Ben Verse. We're going to be talking about the issues of mental health in the music industry, what can be done, what potential solutions there are, what ways we can mitigate against the negative effects of the industry, the negative effects of spending so much fucking time on your own, and, trying to look at it from a more a meaningful, community-focused way to, basically try and stop the negative aspects of the crushing force of the music industry, and so on and so forth, and try and create better ways of working, better paths of knowledge and action. I think it'll be good. Tickets are a tenner. I will post a link. There'll be links everywhere. There's one in the Threshold Lobster Crew group. There's one in the Rankin Records group. There are numerous ones on Facebook and on the Twitter, and you can go to the website threshold.fm/news, and there is all the info you would ever need there. Right, I love you all. Thank you very much for listening. I will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. You're fine humans, and I wish you all the best. Lots of love. Increase the peace, decrease the grief. Don't let you mean.